You're watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
A Springfield Public School employee of 13 years is upset tonight after she had brain surgery and was left with a hefty bill. Good to have you along. Thanks for staying up late with us. I'm David Oliver. Color 10's Brett Martin spoke with the employee, her husband, and school leaders to find out more about her appeal and why the school's insurance company is not paying.
Yeah, David, while we were looking into the story, we received copies of letters sent back and forth between the school district and Dawn Carricker. The letters describe the appeal process after she chose to go out of network to have a brain tumor removed. Tonight, she and her husband want to make sure others aren't having to make a decision between life and cheaper bills.
It's my wife. We've been married almost 30 years. I'm not going to lose her.
Dawn and Dawn Carricker's lives were upended in February of 2013.
I finally decided to go to the doctor to see what was causing the symptoms I was having.
Dawn, a Springfield R12 employee, was diagnosed with an acoustic neuroma brain tumor. She was referred to a neurosurgeon in Springfield to have it removed.
Surgery was the only choice.
R12 Chief Human Resource Officer Parker McKenna says their health care plan covers the standard of care for medical treatment.
There is a universally recognized standard of care for most types of procedures or most medical conditions, and we use that definition to define what is allowed by the plan.
The Carrickers say they weren't comfortable with the procedure offered through their insurance plan because of a list of potential side effects.
It's an old-fashioned way of doing brain surgery.
After months of appeals to the insurance company, the Carrickers turned down the surgery and flew to the Skull Base Institute in Los Angeles for an endoscopic approach.
It was the best surgery that we could find to remove a brain tumor in that part of her brain.
They hoped MedPay would cover at least the same amount it would have covered in Springfield.
She was back at work, and they come back with a note that says, we're not going to pay a dime. We're not going to pay out of network. We're not going to pay in network.
Based on letters between MedPay, Springfield Public Schools, and the Carrickers, on April 26th of 2013, in a letter to the local doctor, MedPay says, because surgical treatment is available within the local PPO network, we cannot authorize in-network benefits for out-of-network providers. Because of privacy laws, McKenna only spoke generally, but says surgical procedures are pre-certified.
We have a set of preferred providers that we prefer employees utilize for their health care. Those providers provide a better discount both to the employee and to the school district.
In another letter on May 22nd, 2013, it wrote, the determination of the reviewing physician is that fully endoscopic resection of a vestibular schwannoma is not medically necessary and not within the standard of care.
We wanted to go to the best surgeon possible that we could find for the best outcome.
Finally, on July 15, 2013, a letter read in part, the health plan of Springfield R12 has declined to provide benefits in whole or in part for the requested treatment.
It's not right to treat a good employee this way and expect them to pay 100% for brain surgery.
McKenna says they have consistent standards and any employee can go out of the network, but
they won't get to utilize the same discounts, and they do have a higher deductible and out-of-pocket expense to meet.
The Carrickers say it's not about the money now, it's about right from wrong.
I just don't feel like it's a good thing to tell people that, well, gee, the standard of care should just be the status quo for you.
And we reached out to both local hospitals to comment on the surgery procedures, but both declined. And MedPay says it can't comment on the issue either because of patient privacy laws as well. We've put a link on our website, ozarksfirst.com, where you can find the Springfield Public Schools healthcare guide.
Certainly a conundrum for a lot of patients because you kind of run the risk, well, do I stay in network, maybe not like the procedure they're offering or suggesting, or take your chances, appeal the process, and then go out of network?
Yeah, exactly. You know, do you go to that treatment, and have, face the chances of coming back with a massive debt, or, go with what they're going to pay for? And the Carrickers, they had that tough decision. Now they're left with more than a $100,000 bill.
Okay, Brett Martin.